Hi, everybody, and welcome to We Love Doug Loves Movies. This is a bonus follow up episode to the Muppet casting of Rat Race. We join the conversation as Mike enters the Zoom session and compare picks. And as always, We Love Doug Loves Movies! Bonus!
Hey, how's your new
Hey.
iPad?
Woo! I've been here the whole time.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. That was a crazy story for another time, but I'm so sorry.
No
stress.
man.
We really just we just kind of wrapped it all up and kind of nailed it.
Cast the movie you chose, but now we should compare what we cast with what he cast.
Yeah. This is kind of your suggestion and see what you think of how we.
Okay, you want to hear mine, because I didn't. There's a few that were kind of tough decisions.
Oh my God,
really,
we know.
I'd like to hear.
So we'll
Let's hear them.
Well,
All
I'll list off what we came to
This is the-
conclusion as our group, and then you
Okay.
tell us what you did. We'll go character by character here.
all right, yeah.
So we'll start with the Cuba Gooding Jr. character, Owen Templeton, who, as a group, I believe we ended up casting as Fozzie.
Okay, that makes sense. I had him as one of the top 3 for that. But I don't know. I think like the person I had left over for it was Scooter for some reason.
What? I also picked Scooter.
Mhm.
Oh really?
But we ended up coming to a consensus but we'll go through it and maybe discuss our whole holistic approach as we go.
Yeah, because some of them I was just kind of getting down to, well, I already used this one, so I gotta find another. And that's what it's looking like. Is I think my other decision for, wait, you said Fozzie, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I had Scooter on there. I think it was just like the awkwardness.
The
in the
lovable
beginning.
loser quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Like he's more something like that.
Yeah, I picked Kermit for that role because I feel like
Ooh.
especially if you do the Muppets Take Manhattan, that's that lovable loser. He can't catch a break. He's trying so hard, and then when he freaks out in the arms and the butt.
Yeah.
He, it rolled for me, but I conceded to Fozzie, and it works. I think with our
that
final
does.
roll call.
I like that. I like that one.
Right on. So I'm curious to see who is your pick for the Rowan Atkinson character of Enrico Pollini, the
All right,
Italian
this-
narcoleptic.
This was another one where there's a lot of options, and just for sheer stupidity, I thought like one of the funny ones would be the Swedish Chef, just because of how no one kind of knows what he's doing, and he's just kind of hobbling around by himself. But if you pair him with Wayne Knight, the character Zach, I was thinking maybe it would be better to be Pepe, I think. And then who was with Pepe? I'm looking at my list. And then I had somebody else as Wayne Knight. Oh, I didn't write that one down. I have it over here. And then I had
we didn't figure a Wayne Knight since we cast Fozzie.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, right.
Cuba role.
He was one of them for that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I thought the chef, just because of like somebody trying to tell him what to do and give an idea, and he's like not listening, and they don't know what's happening, and then he falls asleep and he's just very out there.
I'm gonna reveal what our choice was, and I think that you're gonna.
She's gonna pull the picture up.
When I
Yeah.
pull up the picture, I think you're gonna.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay.
That's New Zealand.
New Zealand. I have boomerang fish.
It all makes sense now. This is so funny looking. Oh my gosh. That's great. Yeah, I don't know.
I made a whole PowerPoint, Mike.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It's true. Sad but
Yep.
true.
Yeah, there
Yep.
were a few I just couldn't decide on by myself, and I was trying to like get all my favorite Muppets in there as well. But wow, yeah, that one nails it.
Oh yeah. So the next one is the Lilani Chapman, the Meryl Jennings, the Whoopi Goldberg's daughter, long lost daughter role. So this one we all picked different
Yeah. Okay.
things that range from the Red Fraggle to Annie Sue to Betty Lou, and
Ooh.
we ended up settling on Jill.
I will show
Muppet
you
Take
Jill
Manhattan.
because you probably won't remember who she is. But
Yeah.
She's one of the business frogs.
she's one of the
Oh,
business
okay.
frogs.
Oh,
She's in marketing.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's good. She's in
Yeah.
marketing.
And we didn't really get a lot of depth on Meryl's character. We kind of just knew she was in business. So I felt like Jill was the right.
That's true.
And we don't have a lot of female Muppet characters. So that's what I found.
Yeah, that actually helps because I couldn't find too many of the female ones to work. And we made the joke the other day about Gonzo and drag. And I went Gonzo and drag because it's almost certain bits from the movies from the movie that I specifically had to pair them with. So I was thinking of actually that scene where they get in the rocket and they're just like, that would be Gonzo being like, yeah, I'm going to get in a rocket that goes really fast. And then afterwards he's like all shaken up about it. I don't know.
I could
That's-
see that. I could see that. That character was a little uneven. We didn't get to that whole relationship between Whoopi and Meryl didn't get to kind of play out as in like we didn't get to see them really like the
right.
If you met somebody, you met your kid that you haven't, seen in 27 years, you would feel that there'd be more character development around it. And I think John said we feel like there was probably some big pieces cut out of this movie. So that one's tricky.
Yeah, that's true. I like that though. I like the general consensus. Woman for a woman, or woman Muppet.
Hey, Mike, just for recording sake, what was your Cuba Gooding Jr. and Rowan Atkinson pick again?
Oh, I guess let me
Swedish
narrow
Chef.
that. Yeah, Swedish Chef was Rowan Atkinson, and I guess because I think Cuba I left him towards the bottom because I wasn't sure. I'll stick with Scooter for that one.
Right. No, I'm just.
It was one of those ones
Keeping
where
track.
Scooter's in like every episode and every movie, and I didn't have him, and I was like, I gotta put Scooter in here. That was basically it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did the same. I felt some Scooter energy from him.
Okay, cool. We have a lot
Yeah.
to choose from. A lot of episodes and movies where they have, I don't know. There's a few that I was like dead set on though. So
Yeah. But I think as we go along, you'll understand the logic we've come to, the reasoning we've come to.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm a team based guy. I'm in bands, I know. Sometimes someone's got a better idea. It's that simple.
So for the Whoopi Goldberg character, who did you end up with?
I went with Rizzo and drag because Gonzo and Rizzo.
Oh yeah, that would make
Yes.
sense. They'd make a good oh man, that would make a great. What's the movie I'm thinking of?
The one with
Where they're
Jack
driving
Lemmon?
over the cliff.
Oh, Thelma
Oh.
Louise.
Thelma and
Yes.
Louise.
I would
Thelma
totally
Louise.
do those two.
Once
Gonzo
again, this
and
just
Rizzo
shows
in
the-
drag as
Yeah.
Thelma and Louise.
And Sam Eagle's Harvey Keitel. Like,
I love it.
oh man. Yeah, that was kind of what it was Gonzo and Rizzo could have been a few, but the pairings in this movie in Rat Race was what really got me. I was like, you have a few where the whole movie, it's two people with each other. So I wanted to see if something could make sense, between the two of them. And that was the Muppets in Space duo I was thinking of. It's Rizzo and Gonzo, most of that movie,
Yeah, and I think it just shows we kind of beating the dead horse, the lack of the female
Yes.
roster in
I
the
know.
Muppets draft.
It
So,
was because
just
I
to-
was thinking it could be Janice. I was like, she's a little more low key. Yeah. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh. That's
So
Oh,
this is-
Janice was a close second. Right.
Yes,
Okay, yeah,
really is.
I
It
know.
was tough, and this is mostly on looks. So this is Annie Sue
yeah, that's
and Whoopi
true.
Goldberg, and just, the looks alone, and that's what we went with, Jill and Annie Sue, and as Aaron pointed out, you got a frog pig combo, which kind of works out. in the
Yes,
Muppet world.
I did have a frog pig combo somewhere in here. It felt necessary. That one's really funny though. You don't
classic.
see Whoopi Goldberg looking or dressed like that character in too many of her films too, you know?
Yes, yeah.
Poofy hair, big personality.
Oh yeah. So
Big
moving on
personality.
to the Cody brothers.
All right, this was the tough one because arguably some of the funniest like physical bits, you know, in the movie. The weird pairing that I think I was actually kind of set on this one was I said Pepe earlier, but he's gonna be Seth Green because of the orange. Seth Green's known to be a ginger sometimes, but also mainly because I wanted someone that would hang out with him and be just as crazy for the other one, for the Vince Palouf character, Animal.
Oh, well,
Without a doubt, Animal.
Speaking of that, I just have to say, one of those we did agree with you on, and that is down here. Just want to. Oh, did I go too far?
It seems
Went too far. And
yeah,
yeah,
that was it.
that's
That was
that's
it.
the he can barely talk, and
He
he's
can barely
also
talk.
he punches somebody out at the airport. I felt like there was a real physicalness to him.
Yeah, these are all my reasonings as well. That was one that I was pretty dead set on. It was just who did I want to pair together?
And somebody came up with, and I really had to agree with the logic behind this, is that if you put Seth Green as Scooter, then you have a Scooter Animal pairing,
Yes.
which kind of plays better.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, because he's a little more with it, you know. He's not as goofy, but I can't help but think of maybe if I could choose one. My favorite scene of the movie is in the Hall of the Mountain King when the car's going up the radio tower thing. That I love that when I was a kid because I love In the Hall of the Mountain King, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so funny. Who are the ones crazy enough and stupid enough to do this, you know?
But I could see Scooter in the car kind of reacting like and then Animal kind of
yeah, he's just kind of stuck with it at that point, like, well, I can't quit now, I gotta be cool, I gotta try and seem cool before I go home and have dinner with mom. She tucks me in at night. That's fun. They're fun. They might be the craziest like pair in the film. So that one, yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole balloon scene where Seth Green is we were just watching that going, that he had to be running into actual cows. But when you rewatch that scene, I don't know how else they could have done that.
No, I know. Well, yeah, 20 years ago, look for the disclaimer in the credits. No cows were harmed in the film. You gotta hope they said that in Oh Brother Where Art Thou, and it's really necessary. So that one's funny. They have a lot of good bits in that one.
Yeah. Okay, so the next pairing we have is the Breckenmeyer Amy Smart pairing.
All right. This is where I kind of felt like if we were gonna if we're treating these characters as like more the protagonists in the film than some other ones, if there's a million protagonists, you know, that was my Kermit and Miss Piggy pairing. Just based off of certain scenes. Kermit kind of dealing with Piggy's craziness, like in the plane, that would be his like, oh, we're gonna land? What? No. Yeah. That one's kind of tough, but I wanted to get the frog and pig combo.
And that's
you nailed it.
Yeah, that's where we ended up kind of going, especially as this is the first one, and we kind of ended up on the okay, here is a traditional Muppet movie as
Yes.
it would be cast. I have a feeling we're gonna get a little more loose on subsequent.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was another one with a girl or a lady mixed in, so I was like, I can pick the female Muppets for some of these. It doesn't need to be Gonzo and drag the whole time. But that was really it, was determining if I wanted to use it for those characters or have it be the John Lovitz or Kathy Najimy. I think the two of them could have kind of worked on that one as well,
So that begs that question then, which this was a very interesting one where we ended up in a place where we did not expect to.
Yeah, really.
Oh man,
Yes.
I might need to hear that one because this one was hard for me. I
Yeah.
couldn't narrow it down.
Yeah,
We
give
went
us-
through a lot of iterations and landed on something that I'm happy with, but yeah, I didn't stick out.
Me too. So what do you think, Mike?
Well, this is one I couldn't get the good pair. I couldn't get like a pig frog combo or a Gonzo and Rizzo from what I used. So I ended up with Fozzie as John Lovitz and Janice as Kathy Najimy, which is a really odd combo, but
I can see that.
Yeah, basing it off of certain characteristics in the movies and stuff. I just thought John Lovitz, especially the way he jokes and just like says something like, boy, that's gotta hurt. Honey, kids need you. It's very like Fozzie not being aware of like, I'm not funny. I kind of suck. Like, I'm going to dip out now. And Janice would go along with some stuff and then eventually get angry, and be like, no, I'm in charge. I make the decisions. We're going to like do this. Like, okay. She's a little too chilled, but I had to choose her.
Yeah, this one got a little weird because Aaron and I both started with Gonzo and Camilla.
Okay, yeah. That was also in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, Sith had Ratso and Lawanza, and Frank had Fozzie and Beth Bear, which led us to
Bobo Bear and Beth Bear.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bobo. Bobo was tough. I did end up having him as a front runner for somebody else, but I'm glad somebody thought of that because that does that's good. That's a good consensus on that one.
Yeah. So we put the Bear family in.
Yeah, the Bears
in the car.
I was like, if we had to start naming the kids, it would just have to be like a bunch of chickens and Gonzo.
Right. We really had a issue with reducing Kathy, the incomparable Kathy Najimy,
right,
talented, to a chicken. So
yes,
we came up with the Bear family, and we felt that was a good compromise and a good fit, a good fit for the for the roles. I could definitely see them driving the Nazi car down the highway.
Exactly. I was thinking of that bit. That was where it could have been Kermit and Miss Piggy, antics and shenanigans ensue, and they're all, I don't know. That's a good one, though. I agree.
Oh, yeah. So we, the last two main characters that are left are the John Cleese and Dave Thomas characters.
All right, so this was one where I didn't need to think about it too much. I thought that John Cleese would be real good as Sam the Eagle.
Just somebody else who said that, or no?
Trying to be controlling.
John said him for the other role.
For the Dave Thomas.
He got cast. Yeah.
All right. It was also that I had a few where I didn't know who's most likely to be a lackey, and I was thinking of Bobo or like Sweetums or Deadly. In their parts
Bobo would totally work in the Dave Thomas
that was the Bobo.
Oh yeah, Bobo would work. Yeah,
that was the Bobo one, just kind of sitting there like, whoa, what do you want, Chief? And they just get real angry and snippy, and he just like turns, awkwardly. Yeah, very slow and sluggish.
But
Sam the Eagle, John Cleese.
This is the pairing we ended up with. You bear with me.
Yes, picture time. Oh yeah. Or that. That's okay.
And just John Cleese does have like a mad scientist vibe, and Dave Thomas does not speak hardly at all.
Yeah, he barely speaks.
And then in the scene with the prostitute where he's going like
Pepto-Bismol,
shave my ass, that felt very eager. And also, like, we felt like Beaker is most likely to be like conned by a prostitute in the at the end of the movie.
That's true, actually.
So, this is
Sitting there tugging on the bag. Beep, 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 beep.
You said you loved me.
That's good, you know, because they were a two classic pair that I wasn't sure on, or like I might have had one of them as the Rowan Atkinson role for a minute, but I realized if I couldn't get the two of them paired together, I didn't know what to do, because I couldn't really have one of them as like Wayne Knight.
Yeah,
it was hard. It was hard. Yeah, that was tough. Newman. I like. Yeah, that's. Hello, Newman.
I don't know if you were looking in the chat. We I think most of us did the Squirrel Lady, but we also gave everybody like an optional bonus one, just one character that we all wanted to kind of cast on our own. Like it could be any character in the movie, because this is a rich movie full of characters.
Yeah. I think somebody said Paul Rodriguez.
Yes,
he's the
taxi driver.
Yeah, he's the taxi driver. Yeah, that was another one that I was trying to decide on really narrowing one down, but I don't know. I didn't end up writing that one down, so I'm trying to like skim through and see like who did I end up thinking of. Maybe I don't know. I think I might have had like Rolf in there just because I wanted to have Rolf. That was about it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sweetums or Snuggums.
John,
I think.
Did you do a Paul Rodriguez? Somebody else did a Paul Rodriguez.
I had Pepe the Prawn in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good too, because I wanted Pepe in there, so I had to.
This is what I came up with. I felt like
yeah. Right. Crazy Larry or something.
Crazy
right?
Harry.
I'm like, okay.
It's just pushed to the edge.
It's all the eyes. Yeah, that one's perfect. That's great.
This is the power of PowerPoint, guys.
It's lovely. You pay for Microsoft Office. Wow.
No, it's Google Slides.
It was another good pairing that I wouldn't have thought of that, but I couldn't decide on. I really wanted to throw in like Statler and Waldorf, and I couldn't. I was like, they shouldn't just be Smash Mouth at the end,
Well, we had them as the guys who are betting on
all the activity. That was sitting on the other side of the two-way mirror.
Yeah, that's true. That was what I really thought. I didn't have like any of those. They're all very small characters though, but I think they would be the perfect.
John had a great casting for Smash Mouth. I didn't even think of it.
Yep.
Not Dr. Teeth. Ooh.
No. It's a more little known. It was Bobby Benson's The Baby Band. There's like the lounge guy who's managing this band just made of babies, and I could just picture the Smash Mouth songs done on small little children's toy instruments.
Yeah, that's true. Dub in the children's voice like it was the
for me,
Adult Swim.
See, and for me, I thought of the geriatrics, which is like the old lady version of the same thing.
That is true.
Somebody once told me the world was,
so whichever one of those is available and that we can get, we'll put them in there.
Yeah. I like that. Leftover characters that I wasn't sure of, but what were who I think those are all the main ones. Oh yeah, I know. I see them in my nightmares. It's
Look at the geriatrics, Seth.
Let me see if I can
with the Muppets, because seriously, it's like an old lady band, like literally, at the piano.
I did come up with that one in female. Oh no, it just comes up with Statler and Waldorf.
Oh yeah, they are.
I know what you're talking about, because it's one of the ones in the in like the female Muppets. It's one of the few.
True.
Female ones. Jerry and the Atrix.
Oh. Let's
There were
Okay.
too many left. Oh, that
Jerry
looks nice.
and the
Yeah.
Atrix.
Oh yeah,
there we
okay, yeah,
go.
they were on
Jerry
the original show.
And
Mhm.
Atrix. Oh, I keep switching between. Sorry. See if we can get good.
It's tough now. I really want to watch Rat Race with somebody dubbing in like they do with the face changes, and you can be like Thor with your,
Oh
put
yeah.
all these characters
Okay,
as them.
I think-
Oh man.
Well, what was weird was the day that I realized that all of the Facebook filters work on a TV screen. So like I had Wolverine with like looked like a unicorn with rainbow sparkles shooting out of his mouth every time he talked. It was hilarious.
Oh goodness.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
sounds otherworldly.
Here's the other Jerry and the Atrix. I don't know
No,
if you
totally.
how well you
Yeah,
can see.
yeah. I remember this from a few episodes.
That's a good one, Aaron. I'd totally forgotten about them.
Yeah,
Well,
good
they're
deep cuts.
there was one song that they did where they did the two bands together, and it was the babies and the old people, like that I remember from my childhood for some reason, like where it was
Oh,
both
Lord.
of them together.
That's
And it was,
really
because
good.
it's really about all of life, and you know how the Muppets are all about, like really actually teaching you about life, which is awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, it was one of those, like, babies and old people are basically the same thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I agree. Diapers.
And then
Diapers, they don't know where they are or what they're doing. It's cool
Yeah.
though.
Right. Did you have someone for the squirrel lady? I don't know. Was that about it?
I think we settled on one, and
We settled on Rolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
that one.
Do
And a
it, John.
couple-
Do it.
Yeah. Here,
Oh,
get
Ralph,
some-
would you like to buy a squirrel?
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
get to the highway.
That's one. If I was fully aware we were doing her and I had time to think about it, I might have came to the same conclusion, because I really had Rolf at the end as one that I wanted to use, but I couldn't nail it down. That's a good choice.
He's always good as a John Ratzenberger type
Yes.
character to just kind of put in
Positive.
there as some
I know.
random
It
role.
does work.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just narrow him down to like the keyboard player in Smash Mouth or anything, Made him a disservice.
But I bet he'd take the gig.
He would he'd take the gig. Yeah, he would. He'd
Yeah.
keep playing all night.
Yep.
Oh,
I
Right,
that
picked
was great.
Agra from the Dark Crystal. The crazy
Yes,
crazy
that's
ass
right.
Agra.
Oh yeah, Dark Crystal. That's true.
I thought she would have been really good as the squirrel lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Keep it
picking.
female.
Rolf is funny.
Yeah. So that to wrap this all up, because I know some of us have places to go and things to do and all that. So that does to give a quick lowdown. That leaves us with Fozzie in the Cuba Gooding Jr. role, Lou Zealand in the Rowan Atkinson role, Jill the businesswoman in the Lanai Chapman role, Annie Sue in the Whoopi Goldberg role, Scooter and Animal as Dwayne and Blaine Cody, Kermit and Piggy in the Breckenmeyer and Amy Smart role, Bobo and Beth Bear and the Bear Family as the Pear Family, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker as the Grand Game Master and his lawyer,
Donald Sinclair.
and then the crazy. I think I know we ended up with Ralph for the Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Paul Rodriguez probably was best served as the Crazy Harry.
Yep. Good
Bobby
deep pull,
Benson's
yeah.
baby band, the Smash Mouth.
Yes,
We didn't
yes,
touch
yes.
on this,
Yeah,
but I
Dean
believe
Cain.
I put forth Link Heartthrob as the Dean Kane character.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's another
yes.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Statler and Waldorf as basically all the people who were betting on the misery of others.
Right.
Anyone
Well,
in the
and-
peanut gallery, that's them.
Fozzie as the knight role, Newton.
As Wayne Knight. Well, we also have as Cuba Gooding Jr. So
Oh, never mind that. I still think we would have to cast
Yeah.
that one somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there
Okay,
was
so
a
as-
lot of Fozzie energy with that role. With like I said,
Yeah.
like when he picks the
Mhm.
heart up off the ground, he says, "Does that look like a bite? Does that look like somebody ate that?" You know.
Yeah.
okay, so we got to solve this before we go. As the very last order of business,
Mhm.
who would be the Wayne Knight character?
Hmm.
With all the
Did
other.
we lose Gonzo and everything?
No.
We did actually.
Yeah,
Gonzo's
I mean
not
that's what I
cast in
mean. Yeah, we didn't
anything.
cast him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I
can
Gonzo
see
would
that.
be good.
He's just neurotic enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
or
he
even-
would grab onto that
Good.
electric fence.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, he would.
Yes.
And he'd
And
do it
Gonzo-
again afterwards and again and again.
Chasing
And
the
that-
heart with the dog and yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
And he doesn't always start off with them. Like they usually run into Gonzo too, like as part
Yeah,
of their
that's
journey.
true.
I
In
think.
the
He is a
original
weirdo.
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
He's my favorite weirdo.
He is. He's a good one. But no,
Yeah.
I think that probably would finish it off.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Beautiful.
wraps it up.
Chef's
with-
kiss.
Yes. So
What?
we'll make some phone calls and we'll see who we can get in for casting calls. And until
Yes.
next time.
Positive energy.
As always, yes,
Yes.
check out Doug's dates and deets at douglovesmovies.com. That's douglovesmovies.com. Yeah. Caca. Wallet.
Wallet.
Shh. Ted
Ted's
Danson.
dancing?
Dancing.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hydra.